This podcast may contain adult material. Mature audiences only, please.
Welcome back to Me and Mrs. Always Right. I'm your host, me. And apparently she can't talk.
Apparently I'm Amy Farrell Fowler.
We'd like to welcome you to Fun with Flags. Oh, something tells me we're going to get copyright striked on that one. I don't know if you can tell or not. We were kind of goofing off in the pre-show.
And I am Mrs. Always Right.
And we're coming to you from that little trailer park in Wink, Texas. Please don't ever try to wink again. Okay?
Why?
Oh my God.
You think that was cute?
Not at that moment.
Why?
You just look like you needed to be on the little bus. Stop.
Well, maybe I need to. I don't know. So, a couple of things about Wink, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, so today you do get your geographical information.
Yes. Can you believe that?
No.
It's amazing. It's actually down by Midland, Odessa area.
I don't think that's down by. I think that's over by.
Whatever. It's close to, in proximity of.
I can live with that.
Okay. So that's where it's at. And it's actually one of the hottest locations in the United States.
Really?
For daily maximum shade temperature.
Huh.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, it's out there in yon desert.
I mean, yon true. So, and it says that throughout the summer, normally temperatures are above 105, but a lot of times it's above 110, and that happens every summer. It always gets above 110.
Huh.
A couple more things, right?
Sure, take your time.
So when they started doing the historical population of Wink, when they started it in 1930s, it was almost 4,000 people, right?
In Wink?
In Wink.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you know, the old boom, blah, 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 blah. But now in 2020,
Four.
915.
Might as well be
It's
four.
not very many. And the last thing I did want to mention is singer-songwriter actually wasn't born there, but spent his childhood there, Roy Orbison. Anyway, that's it.
Roy Orbison.
Yes.
All right.
That's all I got. And he said he was glad to get out of there because it
was 110 during the summer, I bet.
fucking hot. And
Fucking hot.
He said all it basically was football, grease, sand, and oil.
Grease.
I'm just assuming from the oil.
Oh, I thought you meant the movie.
No. Anyway, that is all.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you for Geography with Flags.
With flags.
With flags.
With flags.
Oh, wow. If you don't know that reference, we've
restarted
because we've all watched all 12 seasons of it
more
already.
than once.
More than once. And Big Bang Theory's on HBO Max and oh my God, I will never get tired of that show.
And the funny thing is we're watching it on HBO Max, but we have every season.
Yes, we do. We own them
on DVD.
That's how much we love that show.
Did you know that the oldest grandson of the next to the oldest daughter loves Big Bang Theory?
Does he?
As well? Loves it.
Awesome.
I know. I thought that was pretty cool.
So how's your week been? Do you have any topics for us?
Well, I don't.
I specifically, we went to watch our granddaughter in a soccer game.
We did.
PV soccer game. And on the way back, we had an hour car ride back. I'm like, babe, why don't you think of some topics for the show?
Like 20 minutes from the house.
20 minutes is more than enough time for you to think of some topics.
No, but there was something we were going to talk about.
It said about how you never got into a fight in your whole fucking life.
That's exactly what it was.
Oh, what? Well, we discussed this yesterday.
Yes. What were we?
So,
what happened when that came up? What's her name? Leonard's girlfriend,
Penny,
got in a fight with somebody else.
Oh,
And
that
that's-
skinny actress girl that came in.
Yes, that moved to the apartment
Yes,
upstairs.
above 'em,
So
yeah.
so we got into this discussion about fighting when you were younger, or I mean, basically any time, right?
Yeah, because I've fought more than when I was younger.
I've been in fights with my brothers, not with, probably cousins too, or whatever.
So never in
but I
school,
don't thi-
never.
No, I never had to fight. I guess you can say I never had to, because I'm not
You're
trying
pretty
to
much
say.
dominant anyway.
I think so. I think that's what it is.
Miss Queen Bee over here never had to lay the stinger down.
I mean, do you blame me though? I mean, because I'm afraid if it went
I mean, you're
down-
kind of a pacifist, though.
except when I have to be.
Yeah, but apparently you've never had to be.
Exactly. And I mean, I think I can take a lot of pride in that, because back in my DEA days,
Oh yeah,
I never had an issue
with the inmates.
with that either. You see what I'm saying?
That okay? You're just. I don't know. You're easy to get along with.
Am I?
But you always told me during that though, you would lay down the rules. You weren't a pushover, or you know, to let anybody get away with stuff.
Exactly. So that shows them. I feel that shows them that I am not a pushover, and I'm not going to put up with anybody's shit, no matter who
Your
they
jobs, whether it was DEA or your current toilet cleaning job,
are. Yeah.
I don't think they understand the type of employee they have. Because if they did, your DEA days, they would have had you training those guards.
I did train some. Remember?
Were they as good as you were with dealing with the drug offenders?
I felt when I was training them, they had a good level head on their shoulder. They, I was really impressed, because I tried to strive and really come across as, no matter what these people have done, they are people.
They're still people.
It's that simple. They are somebody's brother, sister, mother, father, cousin, uncle, aunt, grandson, grandmother. You see what I'm saying?
And you were always pretty good about letting me know that they knew they messed up. They knew where they were. There was no point in reminding them that and making their life any harder than it had to be.
Exactly. Because I did work with some who bragged about, I fought this many, and really, is that something to brag about? I don't feel it is.
Power corrupts people.
I
Power
agree.
corrupts. And so typically what you have is you have people who want to be police officers,
Mhm.
and thank God some of these people didn't make it
I agree.
to becoming
agree.
cops. So they go to what their next best thing is, and that's some
Mhm.
kind of detention officer.
Yes.
And they use that power to push people around.
Yes.
I feel that I try to really understand that police officer is just a job.
It is.
The things that get me about cops in general, not all of them, if any listen, is that they think they're better than us. Okay. And it comes to the, and I'm going to tell you, cause you had some friends that worked with you at the DEA
Mm-hmm.
that had their badge,
Mm-hmm.
and a couple in particular that would carry his badge specifically in his wallet to when he got his driver's license out, he wanted that badge to be seen.
Yes.
And that's basically, I think that's bullshit.
I agree.
And I had a cop tell me one time when we lived in the duplex, because I told him, I said, y'all get away with all that. He goes, well, perk of the job. No, that's not a perk of the job.
No.
You're a citizen just like we are.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Okay. That was me making the noise. Sorry. But I just want them, and it's the same as do your job. If I was doing wrong, write me a ticket, do whatever.
Right.
Not answering questions. You're not searching my car.
I
Write
agree.
me my ticket and let me go.
Yep.
And if you think me declining to answer questions or to allow you, and the number one thing I don't like is if you're not doing anything wrong, you don't have nothing to hide. Fuck off. Okay? Fuck off. Oh, I hate that.
I mean, I get it, but most people are willing to say, okay, I know I'm not doing anything wrong. I have nothing to hide. Go ahead, look, blah, blah, blah.
Because
I
they
don't
think that's
care.
going to get them out of a ticket or something.
They think it is. And my thing is they feel, well, and they'll tell you, well, if you don't talk to me, you don't let me do this, it makes you look guilty. I don't give a fuck what it makes me look like.
Right?
Fine. Do whatever you need to do, but you're not searching my vehicle, you know. And there's a way that
I think you should always be polite.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
There's no reason to, unless they become a dick. I'm not going to.
Necessarily. I mean, when I was.
That's where I differ.
When I was. There's still people, and maybe they're just trying to get a reaction out of you. People do
Why
that.
would they do
okay?
that?
People,
their job is
some
supposed to be
people
professional.
I understand that. Some people do that. And it's real funny. It's so funny you say that about being professional, because back when I was in different profession, right, I felt that was a professional field, right?
Is it not?
Absolutely. I did not cuss when I worked at the doctor's office. Not that I didn't want to. Some of these people were dumb. But that is a profession.
I agree.
That you do not expect your nurse to be saying, "What the fuck are wrong with you?" You see what I'm
that'd
saying?
be so cool.
No.
Can we
no,
open
it
up a
wouldn't.
doctor's office that
No,
specifically?
no.
It's like Dick's Last Resort, but for
No.
doctors.
And then in the DEA profession, I felt that was the same
I agree.
as the other. I did not cuss anybody. Not that I didn't want to. I didn't want to. Not that I didn't think about snatching them up and just giving them a good what for. But I didn't do it, and I can tell you that I felt that it really carried a lot of weight with these people, because I actually have had more than one.
That's what I was about to say.
Come up to me while I was still on the job, because, they had a little throwdown, something happened, argument with somebody else, blah, blah, blah. And they actually came up to me more than once, more than one particular person throughout my career there, and apologized for their behavior.
Really?
To me.
Oh, while you were actually working in the DEA?
Yes.
Because I was thinking more along the lines, you told me you ran into a couple of people on the outside.
I have.
Came up to you and told them how much of a difference you made.
Yes.
While they were
incarcerated.
You
can say it.
Okay.
Incarcerated.
Well, I'm trying not to give too much away.
I know, but yes. Yes.
And but that means a lot to me, right?
It means a lot to me.
I have been on the other side.
I'm not saying I've never been there.
Once for murder. We all know. We remember that episode.
Whatever. So, I mean, I've been there. So, you're right. I didn't stay long, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. But I look at my time when I was in the DEA, that I was there every day, just like they were. The only thing is I got paid for being there where they didn't.
Well, technically, they were getting paid.
I mean, yes, with time.
With time,
and, yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's correct. And they probably made a lot more than I did. I'm just saying.
I told you the most money I ever made was in jail, right?
Yeah.
I told you that. I think I told everybody that.
You became like a trustee or something like that, mopping floors or cleaning toilets.
We had that. That's in an episode a while back. But no, I'm just saying that I think there's a way to go about being professional.
Mm-hmm.
Pull me over. If I'm a passenger in a car, you're not getting shit from me. The only thing I have to do is if they ask me to step out, I have to step out. But I don't have to give them an ID.
Right.
There's no reason for me to give them an ID. I'm not telling
you're
them
not
shit.
driving.
You're
not
right. I haven't broken
doing,
the law.
unless you got a crack pipe hanging out your mouth or something.
Obvious, right?
Yeah.
So I want to get, and I know sometimes you disagree with me on there, and you think that. So I've tried to amend my approach to not be a dick. To I'll still say yes sir or no sir, and I'll try to be nice.
Right.
But at the point in time when it comes, it's like, can I search your car? No.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%. I absolutely agree with you. But just because they're being a dick sometimes, maybe they're just having a bad day too, because they are people. So you don't have to be a dick back.
But sometimes
they're doing it just to get a response out of you.
Well,
absolutely.
You can actually cuss them out and there's nothing they can do to you.
As long as you say,
nope.
my
freedom of
No?
speech.
I don't
I
know.
could sit there and cuss them
But
out.
would you like it?
No.
Okay, then don't
No.
do it to anybody
and that's
else.
why I don't.
Do
but,
unto others
but
as
you
you
get what
want.
you get what you give. That's my whole way of life, okay?
Right.
You get what you give. I'm going to be nice if you're nice. But if you walk up to my car and you start being a dick, I'm going to be a dick. So.
I mean, I
I
get it.
watch too much of these First Amendment audits on YouTube now anyway. I'm just like, I need to quit doing that. I'm making that noise. But I just too much of those. But I've learned a lot through watching some of these videos and the way
Right.
a lot of these cops act.
I get it.
You know?
I get it.
And I am not anti-cop. Without the police, crime would be rampant.
Oh, it would be horrible. Horrible.
I just don't like the fishing expeditions that they all get into for Joe Blow's traffic stop.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like.
Right. I get it.
But back to fighting.
Back
right?
to fighting. Yes. So
Well, that was a roundabout way. That was a great topic. Guys, bringing that up. Good job.
I myself, as far as other than immediate family or whatever, I've never really got into a fight. I've just felt I've conducted myself in a way that I didn't have to.
Well, what's it like to be perfect?
I would not know.
June Cooper. Sheldon's. Never mind. Yeah, that's.
I'm his cousin.
Yeah, his cousin.
Yeah. I don't have the same last name.
I said Cooper.
I don't have it same last name. I'm the cousin.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Mm.
Anyway, so that's my fighting career. There you go. I am undefeated.
I mean, I see what you did there. No, but are you? When you fought with your brothers and your cousins, you whooped their ass?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Never had a bloody nose or not from a fight?
No, but my brother has my SOB and knocked
You
out
bloodied his nose?
teeth and
Oh, from the fights he's been in.
No, from the fight we were in.
You knocked out his teeth?
Okay, now the teeth thing I didn't mean to do.
Oh,
And
my. Really?
well, I mean, I was a little kid and
So he was going to lose them anyway.
yes,
Okay.
he was going to lose them anyway.
So
He
you just helped him
lost-
get $1 sooner.
Okay, $2 sooner. But I don't think we got $1 back then. So
Inflation.
Yes. He was picking on me and picking on me and picking on me. Well, I take that back because he didn't pick on me a whole lot because he knew I could whoop his ass. I don't know why. I don't like to tell people I'm tough, but if that's what you want to think, that's good. So I was actually standing in front of the couch and he come running after me
I think I've heard this story.
and I moved and he ran into the couch and knocked his teeth out. So anyway, but
So you beat him up without having to throw a punch
well, that time, yes.
that time?
That time. I mean, other than I don't like hitting people. I don't. If I can get your attention a different way without me having to punch you in the face because I'm afraid. The sad thing is that I am afraid because I know the rage that can become in me quickly, and I think that it's passed down through family lines or
Huh.
whatever, that I'm afraid if I got to the point that I would hit, I would not stop. And it would look like Jeffrey Dahmer was in the room by the time I was done.
Dang.
Somebody pulled me off or something. I and that's sad to say, but I feel that's how it would go. Maybe that's why I try not to fight.
I wasn't a good fighter growing up.
You weren't? Did you get in a lot of fights?
Yes. And
Did
still
you
didn't
really?
learn.
Like,
I did.
Really?
Yes.
Like with the same people over and
No,
over?
always different
or-
people.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Like people you went to school with?
Oh, well,
or
everybody.
everybody. You
I mean,
didn't-
not everybody, but I mean, I guess growing up as a dude, I mean, I ain't saying that it makes it different. I've seen chicks fight.
Oh, okay.
Up until about 8th grade,
Uh-huh.
I was a skinny little scrawny kid.
Okay. Did
And-
you fight before 8th grade?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. But my problem is I've always had these long ass lanky arms,
Yeah.
right? And I can't make them do what I want them to do sometimes when I'm fighting, and it's just like trying to fight with 2 pieces of spaghetti, and they're just like all over the place. And I got into this fight in 7th grade
Okay.
on the school bus. Okay,
Oh.
I
Like in the back of the school bus, that's where you
like
took your
on
fights.
the school bus. Well, on the school bus, we were loading, and I'd already gotten on and sat down.
Uh-huh.
And this kid walked by, and at the time, I got picked on a lot. You know, 6th grade, 7th grade. What? Okay, whatever. When it sticks and stones, blah blah blah. I get it, right?
Yeah.
But at this one time, I'd had enough. And I snapped on this dude.
Wow.
And we went right there around, and he didn't whoop my ass. And I can't say I really whooped his either, because
Okay.
it was a school bus. But
right.
I mean, they didn't
right.
mess with me anymore after that.
That kid didn't, or like
Well,
all
his
the
group
kids
of
on
friends.
the
His group of friends.
bus. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I got you.
And then this one time, oh my God, growing up, so I had to learn a hard lesson about not going to somebody else's quote unquote turf
Oh,
to
God.
fight. Okay. Well, me and this kid got into it, and we're like, well, I'll meet you at your house. Well, his house was a field, you know, kind of a ranch. And I'm like, I'll go out there and fight you. Well, we were fighting. I got over there and we were fighting, and I got him on the ground. And I'm trying to tell him, I'm like, well, I'm done. You know, there's no reason for it to go anymore. If you're done, I'm done.
Right.
You know, I'm going to get up and whoop your ass. So I stood up and I held him down by the back of his neck, and I uppercutted his face.
Oh,
I knocked the shit out of him.
Oh my goodness.
And then after that, his whole family came after me, and I ran.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ran through briar patches. I was lacerated on my legs like Freddy Krueger.
Oh my
I
God.
ran. I tried to tell the dude it's done.
Right. I wonder now. I wonder if his parents ended up calling your mom? Or
No, nobody
whatever.
knew my note, man. You know,
No?
nobody do that. But they
Oh,
just got
okay.
mad that their son got a right hook on the ground.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, and you know, you ever been in those
Impressive.
fights? I guess you've never been in those fights. You know, everybody wants a fight, stand up and punch. Man, not in the street. You fight. And when I got him on the ground, they're like, let him up. No, you little bitch ass fucking kid started the fight. I'm over here to
Right.
fight. You know, he went on the ground. I'm just trying to end. I don't like getting hit.
oh,
It
me
hurts.
neither.
Oh, it
Me
hurts.
neither.
I don't like getting hit. So I'm just trying to end the fight. I'm like,
Right.
it's done.
You're like, hey, let's
We're
be
done. Let's just be done.
over. Let's be friends. Shake
no,
it
I'm
out.
gonna get up and whoop your ass.
Well,
That's
I
good
can't
to-
have that.
Well, I'm just like, that's good to know. And I just knocked the fuck out of him and
Wow.
turned around, and here comes his whole family. I'm like, peace, I'm out.
Yeah. Wow.
And then there was one night, and I didn't even want to fight this night. I was just having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I had this 91 Camaro. Okay, that's back when I was like in my cool days.
Pimp daddy.
T-tops,
Pimp
charcoal
daddy.
gray. It wasn't a Z28, it was an RS, but it still had a little 305 in it. Anyway,
Okay. Pimp daddy.
yeah.
Got you.
And me and your future roommate and
Uh-huh.
somebody else were out
Mhm.
because we were broke. So we had an 18 pack of Bud, and we were cruising Deep Ellum.
Hell yeah. You
Well,
know what? Okay, so we're going to have to go there one day because, like,
Too many
everybody.
people die there now.
Never mind.
No, go ahead. Why do you want to
I
go
was
there?
just going to, because everybody talks about it, and I've never
Well, Terry
been.
Black's is there, and that is the best barbecue. Terry Black's barbecue.
I know a guy
we're
named
going.
Terry Black.
Well, I mean,
And you know what? His wife's name is Terry Black, too.
I know Terry and Terry.
Terry,
I've met
Terry.
them.
Yeah.
But we're cruising Deep Ellum, and so
Uh-huh.
after all this drinking, you know, our friends got to pee. So me and your future roommate and his friend, we pulled into this parking lot. And he walks over to the dumpster and he's taking a piss. Well, the
Okay.
valet's like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, hey, dude, we're just peeing. And at that time, right at that moment, that valet was like, oh, okay. Well, then my friend popped off and was like, fuck you, this and that. And I'm like, oh my God, no.
God,
Dude.
no.
So then the valet, this dude was ripped.
Oh, shit.
Ripped. And he gets out, starts walking over there to him while he's peeing. And I just tell the dude, I'm like, just wait till he's done pissing. I don't want to fight. I just don't want you to hit him while his dick is in his hand. That
Right,
seems a little
right.
unfair to me.
Yeah, that
So
does
as soon
seem
as
unfair.
I open my mouth, I'm like, hey, man, chill. He come after me. I'm like, fuck, really? And so now I'm facing off with this ripped ass motherfucker.
Well, that's because he's in his mind. He's thinking 3 against 1.
I didn't want
And
to fight
I
the guy.
gotta go to the first one who starts mouthing. He wasn't listening to your words, though. I'm telling
Apparently
you,
not.
he heard you mouthing at him, and he's like, "I gotta take this dude out because he seems like he's the one in charge. You take the biggest guy down
I wasn't that
first."
big then. I still wasn't that big.
Okay.
I was tall, but I wasn't that big.
But you were bigger than my future roommate and your friend.
Yeah, I still didn't want to fight though.
Well, but he
Just out there
didn't
having
know
a good
that.
time.
I know, but he didn't know that. He
So-
got to go for the biggest guy.
This guy comes at me, and I'm like, "Oh fuck me, man, really?" And I'm counting all 107 of his stomach and chest muscles and shit, and I'm just like, "This is not going to end well for me."
Right.
And
At least you already knew.
No, I
That.
conceded. While he was still about 30 feet away, I almost wanted to lay in the ground and just
You're
crawl
like,
up and give up.
Okay.
But I'm just like, dude, I don't want to fight. And that didn't deter him.
Oh, okay.
And he's coming at me and he swings at me and I duck it. You know?
Oh, bob and weave here.
I do have good reflexes.
Like a cat.
Right. Well, I bob it and we wrap up, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, more or less my head's like on his right side and he's got his arms around me.
Okay.
You know, and so he's trying to throw me on the ground.
Right.
But that's when these lanky ass legs came into play and he just couldn't do it. Every time he'd throw me, it was like sticking out a 2x8 and it would just stop, right? And all I can see at this point in time is this dude's crotch. And I'm just thinking to myself, I got to get out of this.
Oh,
right?
don't say you bit it.
No.
I mean,
I would have if
that
push
would-
come to shove.
that would have took him down. You
But
punched him in his
Like
dick.
7 fucking
In
times.
his dick?
Uppercutted him. I'm like, 1,
But
2.
he didn't let go.
He did not.
You know why? Because the roids, he was pumped up here and his
I must
dick
have
was
missed,
now
right?
about
No,
this-
right. I must have missed 6 of the 7 times. I get it. But he did take all his weight. We both hit the ground.
Oh, shit.
And my arm was out. And when I ended up
Oh.
hyperextending my elbow and I couldn't
Oh,
move my
okay.
arm after that.
Oh, shit.
Well, we got up and I was kind of mouthy, right? I was kind of mouthy because I'm just like, now what, bitch? And he goes, you want to go again? And I'm like, yeah, but I hope he doesn't because I can't move my arm. But I'm still talking shit, right? And
Okay,
whoa,
wait. Now, you weren't talking shit to begin with?
No,
Really?
no,
Really?
seriously. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I'm just, I swear.
okay.
I did not want to fight. I just wanted to
Okay.
get back in the car and go
Okay.
cruise Deep Ellum.
But once you locked it up, you were mouth just constantly running, right?
Well, no, after I punched him in his dick 7 times. And he missed his punch, and I pretty much scathed the ass whooping I thought I was going to get,
Well, you thought you did, because now he's ready to go
So
again.
now he's ready to go again.
Okay.
So then...
Now,
our-
what is my future roommate and your friend doing?
Your future roommate? I have no fucking idea where that guy went. None. None.
Oh, wow.
Don't know where that dude's at.
Okay.
But our friend
Okay.
all of a
Uh-huh.
sudden picks up this bottle.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And he's holding it down like he's fixing
it
to throw
broke?
it. No, it's open. It's unopened beer. Remember I told you we had
Oh,
beer?
okay.
He had
Okay.
unopened beer. And he talking shit, and I'm kind of talking shit.
Oh, no.
Well, he reaches back and he goes to throw this bottle. All right. And so it's like you to me. We're sitting across from each other. And I'm expecting this bottle to go straight and bing. No, it went 90 degrees off to the right. And I throw my hands up in the air. And I'm like, fucking really, dude? Really? So now Mr. 107 chest and stomach muscles, okay, is looking at him, actually all of us, like, you just tried to murder me. And I'm like, I just want to leave. My arm's hurting. I can't fight this guy, right? You can't throw a fucking bottle to save your ass. Your future roommate is probably in the floorboard hiding. I don't fucking know.
I tell
And
you
so-
what, I guarantee you, my future roommate reminds me of another guy that I used to know, and he was the nerdiest little guy, right? And so he went out with some friends of his, and some guy, they were at a gas station, and some guy, being all mouthy. It's like late 70s, early 80s or whatever. I mean, it's a long time ago. So anyway, this wiry, nerdy guy, right? Somehow or another fucking comes unglued on this guy that was starting the shit or whatever. And it was like a fucking wheelbarrow full of chainsaws.
Oh,
This
wow.
guy was, I was like, Anyway, it was the funniest fucking shit. No, and everybody was fucking floored
wow.
because you never imagined this guy ever doing anything like that, and nobody ever. And everybody was like, "Holy fuck!"
It's
I
the
just
quiet ones you
see-
never fuck with.
Exactly. So I just see my future roommate being like a wheelbarrow full of.
I've seen a
I
couple of
mean-
fights he's been in,
Uh-huh.
and he can. I just don't know where he was at this particular time. You know?
It's
But-
okay, dude. You
No,
can
it's
still
fine.
be my roommate.
So
It's fine.
after throwing the beer bottle to the moon, okay, and missing, I swear he threw it at Dallas. It went to Fort Worth.
Okay.
I am beside myself. I'm like, that was your one shot, right?
And dude,
And
how
so-
much have you had to drink? We only had an 18 pack, and there's 3 of us.
Right.
And, you,
And so he
apparently
gets
we
on-
still have beer left because you're trying to throw it somewhere else.
So Mr. 107 Muscle Valet, right? He's calling his friend. They're like, these 3 guys. I'm like,
Oh.
2, not me. Technically 1. I did not want to fight to begin with.
Technically, it's
So
all
he's on
you.
the phone with his valet friend. My friend was just like, okay, let's get out of here, get in the car. Well, he got in my car's driver's seat for whatever reason. I got in the
Probably
passenger
because
seat.
you can't drive because your arm is
Well, I
hurt.
mean, I could have if it push came to shove, but that's neither here nor there. Gets in the car, starts it, go to leave the parking lot. Here comes his valet friend in a valet car that he's supposed to be parking and T-bones us.
No.
Oh, yeah. T-boned us.
How is he fucking gonna explain that shit?
Well, So the story goes, so after the crash,
uh-huh.
I was pissed at this point, right?
Oh yeah, I would have been mad.
That's my car.
Yeah.
So I tell your future roommate, I'm like, get rid of all the beer. Just find somewhere and get rid of it because we already know the cops are coming.
right.
You know, somewhere after the T-bone and that altercation that when we got out and was talking shit, I think the 107 Muscle guy,
Uh-huh.
his friend sucker punched my friend that threw the bottle at him because he fucked his face up.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
What was the other guy big old rip guy too or no?
No.
No, he was just average.
Yeah, that's why he sucker punched him.
Oh, okay. Right. Because he's a pussy.
So now the cops come. I don't know where my friend is, right? Your future roommate finally shows up. I know where that guy is. The way they worded it is they knew these cops. So they ended up writing us all the tickets.
No.
Oh yeah, for the accident and everything. And I didn't have
Oh,
I didn't have
hell
insurance.
no.
Well, it's fine. I didn't have insurance. They
no,
got hung
no,
on it anyway.
No.
What could I do?
Hell no.
I tried. They're like, well, y'all started. I'm like, we were just pissing. This all started over one guy trying to take a leak.
No.
And then I tell my friend, I'm like, you were driving. You kind of owe me for a car. And they're like, man, I can't pay. So yeah, my beautiful piece of shit 91 Camaro that I loved was T-boned, and I still had to drive it like that.
Wow. You didn't have to
Yeah.
pay for the valet's fucked
Man,
up
fuck them people.
car, right?
That's it, man. As far as I'm concerned,
That's
on him.
Exactly. He's
and
the
they
one
can try to
fucking
come after
driving
me all
it.
they want to. I don't have insurance, and I didn't own anything. So
Wow.
yeah, but it was a Pathfinder, I think. Older Nissan Pathfinder.
Uh-huh.
Nice car. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he T-boned my shit.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
that fight.
I would think that it have to be a halfway decent car because why would you valet it if it wasn't a decent car?
Well, I think anybody who doesn't want to find a parking spot can valet a car.
Okay, but I mean, first of all, if I
So
go
now we went to
somewhere,
fighting to judging on who valets and who doesn't valet.
hey, I'm just saying, in my opinion, for me, if I go someplace in my commuter car, bitch, I will walk 3 miles if I have to before I give somebody something like that to valet. Not that it doesn't run, drive, everything works on it. That's not
you're
the
just
point.
embarrassed that they have to go drive it and park it.
Yeah, I could be like Eddie Murphy and go, this shit happened last time y'all parked it, you
Right?
know?
The whole blue Chevy,
Yeah,
crappy blue Nova.
yeah. So,
Wow.
But-
yeah, but that no, and then
wow.
yeah, and real quick, me and my the worst ass whooping I ever had. Me and my sister's ex-boyfriend.
From your mom and the ground meat.
No, that wasn't a fight. That was basically her hitting me in the frozen ground meat and me going to my room and crying.
Exactly. Okay.
That shit hurt. And it came as a surprise.
I can imagine. I mean,
Man, me and her-
5 pounds of ground beef is like it's round or bigger than a a baseball bat.
Well, this was the old styrofoam pack, and it was on, and it fit in the palm of her hand perfectly.
Okay. Oh,
and it was just crack, and I think she fractured my skull, but that's neither here nor there.
She might have. But anyway, okay, tell me quickly about this fight.
Quickly, my sister's ex-boyfriend, we got into this argument.
Yes.
And this was like a karate, Bruce Lee, kung fu motherfucker, and I didn't believe it. And I got my ass whooped so fucking bad.
You learned he was Bruce Lee karate.
This
bad
motherfucker whooped my ass to the point where he knocked me unconscious and then continued to beat my ass.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, first of all, that is the biggest fucking dick move.
I agree. That's why I was trying to let the dude up off the ground, because I'm just not that much of a dick, or I'm going to beat you while you're down.
If somebody is down, and especially if they're unconscious, stop.
I did start it.
It doesn't matter. Does not matter. That is the biggest fucking dick move. That apparently that's a big pet peeve of mine. If somebody is knocked out, that would be like going and raping somebody that you knocked out.
Right.
Why the fuck would you do it? They're
I agree.
knocked out. You made your fucking point. You knocked them out.
I mean, he kind of made up for it. He drove me to the hospital. That dude fucked me. I have not since have been that fucked up by somebody else.
Did it go fast? Did he beat you up fast?
I don't remember.
He knocked you out first.
I don't remember
about 50 times before you fell on the ground.
I don't remember throwing and I know I did, but I don't remember throwing the first punch. I don't remember anything after that.
Wow.
Except getting to the hospital, and I was throwing up and all kinds of shit. I had my and I don't look. I am not the world's best fighter. You know, I will. Regardless of the outcome, I will stand my ground. I just feel that's my honor.
I get you. Yes.
Ass whooping or not, let's get it on.
Yes.
But that was an ass whooping.
Wow. But at least he was nice enough to take you to the hospital with your concussion. And
it was a great, great lesson, because I have learned to never underestimate anybody ever again. I always think the 5-year-old I'm trying to take the ice cream from can whoop my ass.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They probably got some kind of ninja fucking moves.
So that was
wow.
the worst ass whooping I ever had.
Wow. That's crazy.
I know. And guys, man, for whatever reason, guys try to talk to you like they've never had their ass whooped. You know?
Yeah.
I guess some may have, some haven't, but it's just like.
I guarantee you probably at least once.
You think?
Whether it's from their sister or whatever. Somebody, they probably have.
Well.
But I don't know. Wow.
Well, great. What a great show with no top for us not having a topic.
We never have a topic. We're never planned out. It just happens.
Yeah. Cops and fighting. That's awesome.
Cops and fighting.
Well, hey, thanks for joining us. Email us if you have any questions or concerns at meandmrsalwaysright@gmail.com. All complaints go to Trevor the intern.
Yes. Also find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
And help support this podcast at Patreon/meandmrsalwaysright, where you get pre and post show content right along with unedited episodes.
Sweet. Look at you.
Nailed that shit.
Nailed it.
All right, baby. I love you.
I love you too, honey.
All right. You have a good night.
All right. You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Knew it was coming.
I know.
You going to end your other podcast that way?
Maybe I'll do that.
All right. I love you.
Excuse me.
Got that on video. I love you.
I love you too, honey.
Bye.
Bye.